Alright, so how's it going everybody, and today we're taking a look at the best gaming CPUs that you can get right now that are on sale, and they present some really great value for money. So hey, check out the links in the description and press that like button, and we're not gonna make it any long, and let's get to it right away. So first up, we're looking at the old AM4 CPUs, and there's a pretty good CPU that's got really good performance for a pretty budget price, and this is the Ryzen 5 5500. Now, yeah, as I've said, AM4 is an end of era kind of platform. It's not upgradable, you know, but with this CPU, you have the upgrade pass to the 5700 X3D, which is the highest end CPU on that platform. Nevertheless, being the things the way it is, you know, this is a 6-core 12-threaded CPU that's got like an okay IPC. It's not as good as something like a Ryzen 5 5600, but when it comes to the FPS intensive games, it will be better than something like a Ryzen 5 3600. And comparable to Intel's i3 14100F or 13100F, it really is there. So yeah, this is a pretty good CPU and the best GPUs to pair this CPU with. I wouldn't go with anything over like an RX 7600 or an RTX 4060. So that's why I think like this is a pretty good CPU. Now jumping from the AM4 platform, even though AM4 still has a lot of good options, but this is the best one, you know, in my opinion. Looking at Intel, we're just giving it a quick, you know, kind of, you know, look at it. We're looking at the Intel Core i5 14600K. Now the reason I love this CPU that it goes for $280, and sometimes when you compare it to something like a 7800 X3D, it performs as good, but it's not like at every game. There are some games where, you know, it kind of benefits from 3D V cache, so the 7800 X3D is way more superior. But some other games, when it's more CPU intensive, this actually will compete, you know. And when it comes to the, you know, applications that really needs that integrated GPU from Intel, the quick sync, for example, when it comes to Premiere Pro video editing, you will have better performance. Now in my opinion, the best GPU to pair with this CPU, you'd go all the way up to something like an RTX 4080 Super, no problem, but I feel like the 4070 Ti Super is the sweet spot. Now jumping to the Ryzen CPUs, we have the AMD Ryzen 7500F and the Ryzen 7700, and both are pretty much the same, you know, budget and the same performance. But of course, this 7500F gives you one of the best value for monies when it comes to gaming. This is the best value for money CPU in general to the budget gaming or the high-end gaming, because you are getting really good future proofing or future upgrade path, you know. And on top of that, you are having a 6-core 12-threaded CPU that performs as good as something like an i5 3600K, 14600K. It's up there with the top CPUs in gaming, with the highest end CPUs in gaming, for only $150. Now if you want to squeeze that extra bit of performance, you can go with something like the Ryzen 7700, which is an 8-core 16-threaded CPU, and you might wanna need that, you know, if you want the extra physical cores, and it actually translates to a better FPS in gaming up to like 10 to 15% at times. So yeah, the best GPUs to pair, again, the RTX 4070 Ti Super and 4080 for the 7700. When it comes to the budget option, I wouldn't go with anything over an RTX 4070 Super, but that doesn't mean that I cannot go with anything higher. You know, you can go all the way up to an RTX 4080, but this is something to be matching the budget. Now the final piece of the puzzle, the GOAT of CPUs, I have one myself. I'm just waiting to build the rest of the PC around. The AMD Ryzen 7800 X3D. I mean, this is the GOAT. This is the fastest CPU for gaming right now. There isn't much to be said here, because you cannot get anything higher in terms of performance when it comes to that CPU. An 8-core 16-threaded CPU with the 3D V cache based on the AM5 platform. It's got TDP of 125 watts. It doesn't need the highest end cooling to get the most out of it. So yeah, you are getting the highest end performance, and the sky's the limit when it comes to this CPU. You compare it all the way up to an RTX 4080 Super, 4070 Ti Super, 7900 XT or 7900 XTX. So I really love this CPU, and this is the best CPU. It goes for $360 when it's on sale, so if it is, I think it's a pretty good deal. So yeah, that's been it. If you like the video, press that like button. If you want to see more videos of that, can subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.